Thank you, dear students and esteemed dignitaries, for gracing us with your presence during the lighting of lamp. We now move from melody to movement, presenting the invocation dance, a graceful expression of devotion and welcome, performed by Vidushi Samiksha and Vidushi Pooja. I invite you on stage. Thank you, Vidushi Samiksha and Vidushi Pooja, for that elegant and reverent performance. It truly sets a beautiful tone for the day ahead. Let us embrace this new journey with humility, curiosity, and courage. Now, I hand over the mic to Professor Suparna Ghoshal for further proceedings.
शान्तकषाय मनसि विद्याय दीप्यते चित्तः ज्ञानदीपः प्रकाशाय यत्र धर्म sajjate. What does this mean? In the calm sky of the man, knowledge lights the flame of insight where the lamp of learning shines. There, righteousness is born. Esteemed dignitaries, Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Dinesh Neelkant, Chief Guest of today, Mr. Anurag Yadav, Deputy Director Dr. Krishna Kopa, dear friends, parents, faculty. Today, amongst us, we have a very illustrious business leader. This illustrious business leader is here to talk to all of us. I am indeed happy to welcome the chief guest of this morning, Mr. Anurag Yadav, CEO, Gleneagles Healthcare India, to this august gathering. Mr. Anurag Yadav joined Gleneagles Healthcare India as its Chief Financial Officer on 1st of April 2017 before taking on the position of Chief Executive Officer of Gleneagles on 14th of January 2022. With more than 25 years of experience under his belt, Mr. Yadav is an expert in business leadership, financial management, strategic planning, mergers and acquisitions, and post-merger integration. Prior to IHH Healthcare Group, Mr. Yadav was the Regional Operations Head, North India for Manipal Health Enterprises, responsible for its financial delivery, including the commissioning of a greenfield project in the National Capital Region of India, as well as its radiology joint venture with Philips. As a senior leader with Fortis Healthcare, he was involved in the listing of the company in 2007, as well as its subsequent rights issue in the year 2009. Mr. Yadav was also a part of the Fortis leadership team managing acquisitions and the effective integration of 10 work-hard hospitals, 4 Escort and Malar hospitals, and 4 Greenfield hospital projects. He is a fellow member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Sir, I welcome you to the dais, Mr. Anurag Yadav.
Hi, good morning, everyone. First of all, thanks for inviting me, Mr. Dinesh, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Krishna, Director of the Institute. I'm overwhelmed and very, very happy to be here, part of you, all of you here. And thanks, Professor Ghoshal, for an introduction. I think she has given much more than I deserve. Thank you very much. And young leaders, aspirants, all MBA aspirational candidates, I think today is a red letter day for all of you. And I was just thinking 30 years back, 35 years back, when I did my BCom, MCom, law, CA, when I went to the first day of college, your memories will not fade. You will never forget today day. 31st July will be a day in your career when you started your MBA journey. And I believe me, journey has started today. It's the first step. towards future. So I'm not going to talk about anything about my industry, anything about any specific thing, general leadership skills, and I'm told by a Pro Vice Chancellor today that this institute doesn't churn out students only, they turn out businessmen, entrepreneurs, and we have registered more than 50 companies. I think this is a big step. I think this is the need of the hour for the country. We don't need CEOs, CFOs only. We need people who will generate businesses, employment. And all of you, I think thousands of you or 1,200 of you are sitting out here, you should be aspiring, I'll come back to this institute and hire students from this institute. I think that should be your aspiration. Not that I'll do a job with Tata's or Reliance or bank, or I think that should be the goal. But ultimate goal, 10 years after, I'll come down and hire people, my alumni from the institute. I think that's the vision you should have, and always think big. So if I start I have few slides which I can share. So this is, I think Professor has already told about me. This is a very quick introduction. I'll not repeat it. Just a personal bio, I belong to Chandigarh, born, brought up in there, and then I've worked in Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, all over the place. Currently, I'm in Hyderabad. I work with Gleneagles Healthcare as CEO. I'm there for last 8.5 years. On a personal front, my father was an IAS officer, but I thought not to join government. I wanted to go in business only, corporate world. So that's about me. Academics, I'm a CA, MCom law graduate, and I have experience around 30 years. That's a very quick background. Very quick background about my company. I represent IHH Healthcare Limited. It's the world's second largest healthcare company in terms of capitalization, largest company in terms of number of beds. We are listed in Singapore and in Malaysia, headquartered in Singapore and Malaysia, both places. And we have almost around 6-7 brands, like Achi Badam, we have a brand in Turkey. Fortis is acquired by us 7 years back. It's an Indian company. Gleneagles is our international brand. This is the oldest brand of the company, almost 65 years old. This company is more than 65 years old, and Gleneagles is a brand which is in India, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong. It's an international prize brand for us. Island is one acquisition we did only 3 months back in Malaysia. Then Mount Elizabeth is 2 signature hospitals in Singapore. World-class, cutting-edge work, and beyond, they can compete with any hospital across the world. Panthai and Parkway are our brands in Malaysia, and Prince Court is acquisition in Malaysia. So this is about us. We are in 10 countries. We have more than 80 hospitals, to be precise, 83 hospitals. We have more than 15,000 beds and more than 70,000 employees. So large canvas of the organization. So that's about us. Now, the purpose why I'm here is, I think, India, if you know, rising economy. India now next 25 years, 30 years is for India. India is going to grow. And I think you guys are prime, right? You are now entering a growth phase for the country. People who were before me, maybe 40 years back, India was struggling for basic needs. Then we are now into independent. We are doing a lot of stuff independently of any outside for help and all that stuff. If you look at today, we are 4th largest economy in the world, which is a huge achievement for a country. Another 2 years' time, we'll become 3rd largest economy. What does that mean? Means we will be in the first 3 economies of the world. We will be rubbing shoulders across the globe. And this is all driven not by anything else, domestic demand and stable macroeconomics. So macroeconomics is, I think when many of you will be economic students, all macro parameters of the country are perfectly fine for last many years. We are during recession, during pandemic, we were the only growing economy, apart from 1 or 2 more, very small countries like Philippines, Indonesia, that kind. So I think we have never degrown in last many years, maybe 30, 40 years. I've never seen India degrown, right? I've never heard when the degrowth happened. We've always grown, and grown plus 6%, which is huge. We have grown 8.5 also. So India is going to grow for next 25, 30 years. So I think this decision of joining MBA, going to business studies is always very good. And what is the foundation of this growth? When our leaders say we are going to grow for 30 years, is you. You means youth of today. Youth of today is going to drive this growth. It's not by somebody else who is going to drive this growth. And this growth is only because of innovation leadership. If you look at a lot of innovations happening in the country, and there are big leaders. We have leaders in every sphere. We are not depending on some outside forces for helping us out, right? That's the one thing. And plus, in last few years, maybe 5, 7 years, India has started Make in India program, which is huge. So we were behind in manufacturing. I think now we are catching up. But we are leaders in service industry. You go to hotel industry, hospitals, airlines, BPOs, GPOs, global capability centers, everywhere we are there in leadership positions. So places like Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, all big companies. I'll not like to few, let's say like HSBC, British Airways, large companies, their global capability centers are in these 3 cities, and which is huge for us. So that means there is a lot of intellect, academic, experience, professional workshop available in India. That's why all big companies setting up their place here. And again, I think sustainable ideas. Like today was a great day. I started with Ganesh Vandana and Bharatanatyam dance. I think we need to be close to our culture and need to sustain the future. So I think that's very good. And I spoke to Mr. Vice Chancellor in the morning. I think traditionally, South of India is much always to the culture. I think that we should always preserve. That's the only small thing from my side. If you look at today's leadership, I think leadership today, business environment, business landscape is changing. All of you have come now, I think you would have seen Corona. Corona has changed the life. Last 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, every year things are changing. Technology is disrupting our lives, disrupting in a positive way. And if we take it differently, it is hitting us negatively also. There are few businesses which are not there. Few companies which don't exist. If you look at few 25 years back, there was few brands which were like top brands, not there today, no more. Like, I don't want to name, but you will recall that there was some automobile industry, there was some car company from Italy, there was many manufacturing things which have gone away because they couldn't pace time. So technology changing, we all need to be keeping pace with technology. And today it's not an India market. We can't say Bangalore market, south of India, Karnataka. No, it's a world market, is one world place, from Alaska to Japan. It's one marketplace. Today you can pick up phone, go to internet, order stuff from Brazil, you can order stuff from South Africa, and things will be delivered. So and you compete. Like when I run a hospital and I buy equipment or buy a pharmacy or buy anything I buy, it's a global tender. It's not that I'll restrict to India company. So anybody who delivers me best quality, best price, best service, I'll order that. So today the market space is huge. I think that's one we have to say. And secondly, I think expectations from India is huge now in terms of transparency. We are considered to be ethical in business world, in political world, in academics. Value system of our country is huge, right? Because huge background. 5,000 years back, 10,000 years back, you go back, you can check, right? The people value that value system in the company. And corporate citizenship. So we have great leaders. You pick up top 100 companies in the world, 25, 30 are headed by Indians, right? That's the message I want to give you, right? So that's I think we have. And if you look at last few years, geopolitical things are shifting. What happened in Middle East, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, things are changing, ever changing. Ukraine-Russia war disrupted the supply chain across the globe for automobiles, computers, medical devices companies because of chip. Only one small chip they were making, but it disrupted the supply chain, right? Environment, social governance. I think these are 3 key pillars. I think you have been taught. I was talking with one of your professors in the morning who accompanied me. He teaches this. So I'm so happy that today your management institute is teaching environment, sustainability, social governance, all that stuff, right? And again, business models are ever changing. So whatever is applicable today, when you pass out, it may get changed, altered for betterment. So I think these are the few things you have to keep in mind. And many of you are aspiring business leaders. You may have to head up businesses. So please don't assume that business, whatever environment I'm operating, it will not change. Environment changes after every 6 months to 1 year. It's a dynamic environment, right? Moving forward, I think again, being you will become all the leaders. The key mantra is you have to be agile, you have to be empathetic, and you have to be resilience, right? You have to look at the challenges in a very strong way, play on front foot. I think cricket everybody understands cricket very well. Always play on front foot. Don't go on backward. Don't play defensive, right? That's a mantra of today's business leadership. And I think we have to always, and again, I think the sense of what in my 30 years of experience, I'll talk about people. I'll take 1 minute on people. Your team, your people who work with you, your seniors, your juniors, we have to value people. Technology is an enabler. AI is an enabler. It can't replace people. Like in my industry, nursing, paramedical, doctors, industry is dependent on them. Technology only helps, like a radiographer, he will click a CT scan, MRI, give it to a radiologist, he will take the help of AI for a precision diagnostic. But can AI replace them? No. So please value your teammates, value your colleagues, value your co-workers, because it's only people who matter at the end of the day. It's not processes, it's not technology. I was in economics times conference 15 days back in Bombay, and everybody was talking about AI technology. I said, boss, that's all okay, that's all fine, but you can't replace human being, because human contact is very important. If you miss that, then we are missing the boat, right? And as leaders, please lead by example. Like whatever you say, practice, deliver. You should not be saying something else and doing exactly opposite, because that will not give you credibility. And in my last 30 years, I have seen very, very ordinary people not aspiring to be leaders, becoming leaders, becoming global leaders. So very, very ordinary guys can deliver extraordinary results. That's the mantra I follow. You have to just say, boss, you go ahead, I am behind you, and don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll give you one very small anecdote, 30 seconds. I hired somebody 6 months back. He came from another hospital, and he said, I'll join your company. He finally joined. He said, will your organization take risk of mistakes? You allow mistakes to happen? Okay, yes, why not? We all have to experiment. He says, that's the beauty where I'm working. If the organization is resistant, is adaptable, if I do 10 things and 4 go out of the way, no problem. If even 8 go out of the way, I'm with you. I'm going to sign off. If you stand behind your team, your people, I think that's the leadership. Because if you say, no, it's your risk, I'll not support you. So that's a people, and people. I think that's a mantra. This is my experience for the last 30 years. And again, as I said, technology. This example which you use every day, DigiLocker and UPI. It's UPI not in many countries across the world. I think now we are exporting. Large economies like Singapore, well-established system working, they don't have UPI. And look at the graph, how the transactions increasing, multiplying month after month. I travel a lot. Every week I take 3 flights, 2 different cities. I don't have to spend even 1 rupee from pocket. I just keep 5,000, 10,000 rupees as a buffer. But everything works on UPI. So I think things have changed. DigiLocker, right? You go to Bangalore airport, you don't even now take out the boarding pass, return a scan. So technology is enabler, it's helping us out, easing our life. That's the point I thought. But again, as I alluded, people is most important. Advantages of MBA, I think you have taken a decision. I know you all have evaluated why MBA, why not MBA. I think MBA, I believe few of you must be from commerce background, few must be from engineering background, few of you maybe from arts, economics, history, political science, and maybe few from medicine also, right? So a lot of doctors today have become MBAs and they're learning large hospital, healthcare companies. So it's a differentiator. You can think literally. You can think laterally. You're not thinking in your line. Like if you're commerce, you will only think about balance sheet, P&L ratios, all that stuff. In MBA Institute, you will be exposed to multiple topics. So you can think laterally, and that will help you in that this thing. And always, I think you have to develop critical thinking. Always think critically. And I said people, I think you have to work in groups. You have to work as a team. Because if you think, no, I am the only one who has to learn everything, and I'll not tell my co-student, right, or co-colleague, you have to work in teams and then develop whatever you want to do. And it's all practical work for last 2 years, next 2 years for you. And when you come out of the institute, don't look at only profits. Suppose you want to start a business, right? So don't look at profits or you're running a company. Just say what's the purpose of the business. What are you going to do giving back to the society? I think these are things. And plus, when you pass out and 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years, when you become big leaders and you are in a big position or handling a big, large companies, please be always hands-on. Don't step back. Now I am the boss, now I have people below me. No, you have to work I know most of you will understand the kande se kanda, shoulder to shoulder. You have to work with your people, neck, kande se kanda, and never relax and say, ki boss, now I'm hands off. Never, you can't be in hands off, right? You always have to be hands on. And I think your alumni network, you should be leveraging. So I happen to be ISB for last 1 year. I went through a management course like you're doing. It was a I don't know what they say, post management experience, something they said. And I saw great alumni network, right? And they leverage each other. So I think this is again large institute. You have 1,200 students in one batch, 2 batches, and this is, I think, many years old. So you will have a large population. I am sure you must be using it. And I think that's a big leverage you will have. And I think when you're studying here, because your teachers will give you feedback, criticism, sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes pat on the back, sometimes slap on the back, right? So please take it in a positive way. And you should always think every day, what I've achieved. This month, what I did. This week, what I gained. That's very important. Questioning yourself. I came to the institute, I want to do this, whether I'm track, not track, off track. If I'm off track, what I have to do, what I have to accelerate. If I'm ahead of track, okay, what else I can do. So please always self-reflect. You are not here because your parents want you to become MBA. Even the decision is that now it's your journey. It's a red letter day for you. This is the first day you are starting your journey today. And I believe me, I also know I've gone through this journey. We always say when you are in school, very important, then 12th is very important, then whatever. I think MBA is, because after MBA, you are straight going to vocation, employment, your own business, whatever you want to do. I think that's it from my side. And again, long and short, innovate, right? Because because things are changing, environment is changing every day, right? So probably we have to go in and as I was told that you have formed almost more than 50 companies, I think innovation is the foundation of this institute. AI and automation will always help you, right? It will always be helping you out, but please be mindful. It should not be reckless use of AI and automation. Sustainability, ESG, I think I already covered. And cross-cultural, I think in this group, people will be from different countries. I'm told 30% students are from outside the India. So they will learn India first, then Bangalore, your culture, and you will know them also. So I think because today we are one global village. That's the reality of life. And I think we have to, whatever we do, I think a regulatory framework, we should, in law they say, any people maybe from law background also, that ignorance of law is not an excuse. You can't say, I never knew this. This is a regulation I never knew. This compliance I never knew this, right? So please be very well aware and be cognizant of that fact also. My advice to you is, I think, not wrong, very clearly, communication is the key. You have to talk to your peers, students, your professors, your parents, communicate well, right? And that's just not, I think that's well. Change is evident because the only thing which is constant is change, right? Next year, when you do this same function of inauguration of next batch, it will be a different world. When you pass out, it will be a different world, right? That's one. And I think I always said lead by example. Your integrity and your genuinity has to be curtailed. And I alluded to the network, alumni network kind of stuff. Secondly, I think gratitude. You all are in this institute because of some good karmas of yours and your parents. So gratitude to the Almighty is also very important. And I think most important, wellness. Because when I hear youngsters like you saying, I'm burnt out, a lot of stress. What stress, yeah? There's no stress in life. Mental stress, physical stress. And today's, because when I was, I think you must be all around below 20s, right? That's a 2022, maybe around that age. So life is ahead of you. There's no stress. Enjoy what you're studying. I think this stress is a word which we have captured from Western part of the globe. And we are saying we are all stressful, mental health. I believe all is true also. But I think spirituality, follow your religion, follow your parents, that helps. Take guidance of parents, take guidance of teachers, professors, right? There should not be any stress in life. That's my message. And if you think you're stressful, go for a therapy. Don't curtail stress with you. You should be here for next 2 years. And I'm telling you, I miss my college days. And I'll take one more personal example. When I was doing BCom, right? And it's a real example, and my daughter laughs at me. And I wanted to become a chartered accountant. And BCom, because that time BCom was an enabler. You have to finish BCom and then you can do your CA. So any annual day in the school, right, in a college, like sports day, prize distribution day, this day, many functions happen, youth festival. I used to say, oh, very good, this week this is happening, I'll study at home. And we have a group of 4 or 5 people. We will be ahead of teachers. Teacher is teaching us chapter 10, we finished chapter 15. And we used to feel very proud of it. Oh my God, we are ahead of class, we are toppers. So in BCom, I have topped all 3 years, university, not college. First, second, or third position. But that was passion. Nobody guided me, boss, this you will not get. Sports day, annual day, this you will not get in life, right? So my daughter, she's a DO student. She was studying in Miranda House, and she used to go for her fest, all that stuff. I go, boss, beta, I never used to attend all this. Papa, you are Buddhu. That's the message. She says, and I'm telling you, this 2 years will be the best part of your life. You are going to make friendships for life. You're going to make colleagues for life, relationships for lives, and please enjoy these days. Apart from academics, other stuff is also very important, right? So that's the message and this is personal. I never thought of giving this example. I'm giving you an example because I missed my this 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years, because in my time, 11th was in college. So 4 years, I didn't see outside the world books, library, classroom, and home. But yes, that helped me. CA I cracked in a first attempt, right? That time, now the CA result is at 10-12%. That time it was less than 1%, 1.5%. It was tough, right? But looking at after 30 years, you think, oh my God, I missed my prime, those small moments. And we have a WhatsApp group of college students. So I see a lot of pictures, prize distribution, people playing cricket, functions. I show to my daughter. He said, Papa, where are you? From this conversation, well, I can't see you. Like, I was never there. Right? So then she told me, why you were not there? Because I was focusing on academics only. So please be all-rounder, and it's not good to be only in academics, because today the world has changed, right? Okay, I think I'll finish next 1 or 2 minutes. Finding purpose of life is very important. As I said earlier, don't think that you have to become a CEO, CFO, CHRO, or CI of the companies or a large corporation. I have to work with this company, that company, or you have to start my business. Purpose of life. Think beyond this. What you should think, what I'm going back to the society, what I'm going to give back to the society. That's very, very important. And I think this is that be a leader who make a difference. People should remember you, right? Out of 1,200, you should be all unique stars. That yes, Jan Institute of Management has this is a product, and he is unique in this way. So everyone, you can find your own sheen and shine to be unique. I think that's very, very important. I think, again, nothing more to add from my side. This is the last slide. Journey has just begun. Make it count. I think this is very important. You are just a first step. So if you are just boarded a plane, right? You boarded a plane, and life is ahead of you. I'll, before concluding, thank the management for inviting me, and I wish all of you a bright future. I am on LinkedIn. You can, if you have, during your course, I love to interact with you. Just drop me a message on LinkedIn. I'm that on 31st July, I'm good with dates, right? 31st July 2025, you are in our institute. And you want to connect, take guidance, I'm free, available for you. There will be some lag because only weekends I access all this. Monday to Friday, there is no time, but I love to interact with all of you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
May I now request the Deputy Director, Dr. Krishna Kopa, to felicitate our Chief Guest, Mr. Anurag Yadav. Thank you, sir, for such an inspiring speech. You've all heard him. You have heard that these 2 years count for you. It's up to you how you will make these 2 years work for you. And we have heard nuggets of information from Mr. Anurag Yadav. Only request to all of you is to make use of this 2 years. It will enrich you, as he mentioned, and it will empower you. Now, let me once again give you all a warm welcome to Jain University CMS Business School. Thank you, guys. Today is no ordinary day. It is a defining milestone in your personal and professional journey. The Sanskrit word Deeksharambh is not merely a title for this gathering that you are here. It represents an auspicious beginning, a sacred commitment to learning, and a conscious step towards your own transformation. As you step into the vibrant world of management education, you are not just enrolling into an MBA program. You are enrolling yourself into a legacy which is rooted in values, driven by purpose, and powered by knowledge. This moment marks your pledge to explore, engage, and evolve. Your decision to pursue an MBA is a testament to your own faith and to your own potential in you and your desire to lead a meaningful life in a rapidly changing world. Here at Jain University CMS Business School, learning goes beyond books. You will find it out very soon. It is in the case discussions that will challenge your thinking, in the group projects that will build your resilience, in the failures that will humble you, and in the wins that will inspire your confidence. You will grow not only as a professional, but as a conscious contributor to the society. Let the spirit of Deeksharambh be your guiding light through the months ahead as you absorb knowledge, embrace ambiguity, and take bold ethical strides into the future. Carry with you the values of integrity, empathy, and excellence that this institution, from today, your institution, stands for. Today you begin not just a course, but a journey of becoming. Becoming leaders with a vision, managers with compassion, and individuals who can drive change with both heart and mind. On behalf of Jain deemed to be University CMS Business School, I again extend a warm congratulations to all of you from all of us. Jain deemed to be University is ranked among the top universities in India and is a cerebral destination for students across the world. It offers a great environment for learning and is known to focus on education, entrepreneurship, research, industry interface, and sports. Some of the best minds in India, including corporate honchos, entrepreneurs, and sportspersons, are alumni of this esteemed university. It has been accredited with A++ with a cumulative grade point of 3.71 by National Assessment and Accreditation Council, known as NAC, and is ranked 65th nationally in the National Institutional Ranking Framework, known as NIRF, Government of India, in the year 2024. Jain deemed to be a university has been conferred the prestigious Khel Protsahan Rashtriya Puraskar by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports by Government of India in the category of identification and nurturing of budding young talent. That's your university. Let's have a look at the university video. That was our university, Jain deemed to be university. From today, your university, Jain deemed to be university. Well, let me move on to the Faculty of Management Studies, CMS Business School. CMS Business School is an integral part of Jain deemed to be university. Jain deemed to be university and CMS Business School rather, is one of the India's leading business schools with an international perspective. It is a place where ideas are born, theories are debated, and business is done. Much more than a source of knowledge, it is a catalyst that can make a difference to the career and personal progression of the students. Our MBA program has a strong foundation in academic research, yet is designed to tackle the genuine issues that face today's international business community. In the management category, we are ranked 77th by the NIRF ranking for the year 2024. The MBA program of the business school is accredited by the National Board of Accreditation, NBA. The business school is also an esteemed member of the institutions of the Association to Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business, USA, and the Business Graduates Association, UK, an international membership and quality assurance body. BGA is part of the same organization as the Association of MBAs. JU CMS Business School is ranked 21st in the top 100 business schools and 10th among the top 40 private universities in India by the Times B School ranking 2024. You would have already seen, but I would like to repeat it. Jain University is home to more than 25,000 on-campus learners and double the amount of students, nearly 50,000 plus students online. A hub of innovation, diversity, and excellence, where every learner is empowered to lead with a purpose. We are proud, we are Jainites. We are honored to be a part of your journey, and we look forward to witnessing the impact that you will create in the days to come in the society as well as in your life. So with immense pride and joy, I invite you to take your first step towards this milestone. I now have the humble privilege of introducing Dr. Dinesh Nilkant, our Pro Vice Chancellor. He is a visionary academic leader, an innovative strategist, and a TEDx speaker. He has over more than 25 years of experience in transforming higher education through practical, purpose-driven learning models. As the Pro Vice Chancellor of Jain deemed to be university, he has been at the forefront of pioneering educational innovations that bridge academia and industry. Notably, he conceptualized the 21-step entrepreneurship model and the spin model, both of which have significantly fostered entrepreneurial thinking and action amongst our own students. The power of his strategic thinking has seen the introduction of TAP-R framework. What is TAP-R framework? Theory, application, practice, and research, which aligns academic delivery with real-world outcomes. His classwork model further enhances the relevance of internships by integrating live learning with industry exposure. Dr. Neelkant is guided by the powerful belief that performance is reality. And we all believe in that. Dr. Neelkant continues to inspire a generation of learners, educators, and entrepreneurs by championing academic excellence and an innovative industry-relevant edge. With great pleasure, I now invite our esteemed Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Dinesh Neelkant, to address this vibrant gathering of future leaders and ignite the spirit of learning as we embark along with you on this new journey.
Thank you, Suparna, for that wonderful introduction. Respected Chancellor, Dr. Chainraj Roychan, Deputy Director, Dr. Krishna Koppa, Area Chairs, Program Coordinators, faculty members, parents, and my dear students. On behalf of Jain University, CMS Business School, I welcome the batch of 2025. When it comes to Deeksharambh, the word itself tells you that your academic journey is going to start from today. And when we say academic journey, we have to know the institute where we are studying. Jain University, CMS Business School, it is not just an academic institution. It is a movement. It is a platform for you to grow. It is a concept where you are going to bring your ideas, and these ideas are going to become reality. When we talk about the university, when we talk about the business school, what is that we are going to give you? We are going to bridge the gap between university education and industry requirements. And this is what we are trying to do. We have a fantastic staff. We have a dedicated team which is going to do. We did footsteps with you. We expressed, we have given you business fundamentals. And we have these type of workshops which are going to have on a continuous basis. The future belongs to you. The future begins with you. And you can create your future. The best way to create a future is to predict it and create it. Future is not about growing companies. Future is about a lot other than that. I want to give you certain points, and these points are going to be very important. Understand that why has to be answered. This line is very important, and I want all of you to understand this. Why for whom, and for what. And never forget that what we are doing and why are we doing. If we are going to answer this, 50% of your problems are going to be solved. Why, for whom, and what for it. And then you can say, never forget your why when you are doing your what. Because whenever you are talking about why, the behind is the what. If you understand this, your 50% of your problems will be solved. Understand one very important thing is that these are the certain things which you have to understand. You have to take a calculated risk. You have to understand people, you have to have the courage, and you have to take your entire journey ahead with all this. I know the fact that you will understand technology, you will understand softwares, you will understand AI, you will understand machine learning, everything you will understand. But then you have to have all these qualities if you have to go ahead. Every time, this what, how, and why will always shape you, and that is how you will find that you will shape your journey of your success. I want to give you some examples, and these examples can really make a difference. This boy, his name is Vijay Shekhar Sharma, a boy from Aligarh, who comes to Delhi with a small dream and expresses this to each and every person about this idea, who was not taken very seriously, and today becomes a unicorn, and he is the CEO of Paytm. Now, what I'm trying to tell you, a person from a small area can also become a unicorn. I'll give you 3 examples. The second is Vinita Singh. Why I'm giving you these examples? Because now there is no point in only discussing those people who were successful. Let us try to look into those people who are there and now they are becoming successful. Vinita Singh got a job of 1 crore and she didn't accept that job. What she did was she had a different passion, she had a different dream. And the dream was that I will start a cosmetic company in India. Now, what was the difference between the cosmetic company she came out with? Because she came out with the concept of saying that cosmetics for Indians. And that was sugar cosmetics. And the third example, what I'm going to give you, is about Sridhar Vembu. He came out with the concept of Zoho. We are going to teach you Zoho Business Solutions. It's a cloud software where you find that there are a lot of solutions coming out with Zoho. But look at the thought process. What he did was, all his offices were set up in rural areas. He took the dedicated staff from there. He did all the R&D in rural areas. And today you know what is Zoho. As future managers, you will be having a lot of your people to look into. You will have your numbers with you. As leaders, you will have people getting connected to you. You will have your businesses. But as a change maker, you should have a purpose. And when you have a purpose, you start becoming successful. And when you have a purpose, he also will help you. Because this purpose is going to take you forward. If we are not going to have a purpose, we are only going to do business, it is not going to work. And one more very important thing is, let us not have wishful thinking. Because many a times I have seen, when I took business fundamental sessions, I found that many students asked me this question. And I found that they were into wishful thinking. So it's not daydreaming. You have to work hard. What the chief guest spoke about on leadership was really valuable. And I think you should have taken that lesson. And he made a very valuable statement. It's about people who take it forward. The presence of energy can't replace technology. And that is what he was trying to tell you. It's very interesting. And thanks for such a valuable advice he gave you. Otherwise, let us meet in the class. We will try to do our level best. So words are words, explanations are explanations, promises are promises, but only performance is reality. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for those nuggets of information. Why, what, and how, change makers, and purpose. These are the keywords that we heard today. Now, I have the honor of welcoming a true visionary, educationist, entrepreneur, and a nation builder. Dr. Chenraj Roychand, founder chairman of Jain Group of Institutions and Chancellor Chain deemed to be university, whose inspiring leadership has touched thousands of lives through education, entrepreneurship, and social impact.
The last row can see me? You can see me? Yes? Last row, last row. Can you stand up? I will understand that you can see me. If you can see me, stand up. Good. So you can see me. I didn't want to go on the stage and talk to all of you because there is a gap between the stage and you. So let me connect with you all directly here only. Morning to all of you. Yeah, you have 2 calendar years. Keep up your energy. And yeah, once again, good morning. Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dinesh, gave a very crisp message. The chief guest gave you the life lessons. Faculty members are here. Dr. Koppa, Professor Koppa, the director of the B school also is here. So what will be your action for the next 2 calendar years? It should not be like the normal B school, what across the country all the students go. So you should be something different. Now, how will you be different? You just passed out of undergraduate education. You hardly had 50% of attendance. I don't want to give all those motivational points and all those things available in chat GPT, all the spirit and inspiration, resilience, purpose, motivation, inspire yourself, don't give up. All these things are fine. But in action, what will you do will be my question. Now, my question to all of you will be, you have invested more than 20 lakh rupees for 2 calendar years. Am I right? Almost 15 lakh rupees, 14 lakh rupees, you are paying the fees for 2 years. And plus your personal expenditure, your vehicle, your personal needs, your friends, and maybe your personal expenditure, 20 lakh rupees. If you calculate into a simple model of simple interest, it may cost you another 5 lakh rupees of interest if I take it a recurring interest, monthly expenditure. So 25 lakh rupees, and after you pass out 2 calendar years, and you take up a job of 8 lakh, 10 lakh rupees, 12 lakh rupees, what is your return on investment? Does not make any sense. From the day one, change your course of action. The entire information what the professors are going to give you all is available also in the internet. It is available across the world. Everything is available to you all. They are going to be only enablers, facilitators, and trying to support you all. There are some few classic case studies in the present B school who are passing out second year, third semester, who have found their own pathways. But how many? But I want all the 1,050 to find their pathways. That's why I'm standing in front of you today. Not because of the talk or let me be very informal and let me be very friendly with you all today. I don't want to give any big jargons. Little small things is very important. Very little small things. Now, your undergraduate, let me come to that point of undergraduate, because nobody would have made you understand all those things. Neither any of the speakers on the planet. I'll be the only person to make you all realize that what you are capable of. And reality practically, not by dreaming or not by, but step by step plan. This one girl I picked up from a road who was begging. I put her into my free school, got her educated. After 11th and 12th, I got her educated in my college. And then I made her start her business without giving any money to her. And I just allowed her to supply some 100 liters of milk in a day to my school. And that's only your job. And 1 rupee profit. 100 rupees to 1,000 rupees. She makes 24,000 rupees a year. A poor girl who don't have any facilities. And you're invested 25 lakh rupees of your hard-earned money. And it was not your wealth. It is hard-earned money of your parents. And that 25 lakh rupees invested, if you are not able to make at least 20x out of it, you at least 5 crore rupees out of it in next 3 years, then your life doesn't become more important or meaningful. And you have to be mindful about that. You have communication, you have degree, passed out undergraduate, you speak English, you read well, you have done your co-curricular activities, extension activities, you have done everything in your school days, you would have had fun. 60% of the classes you would have not even attended in your undergraduate classes, and it took only 3 days for you to pass the examination. You didn't even sit down and study and ask the question that why am I studying that subject, science or commerce or accountancy or marketing. You didn't even reason out, because it was a examination oriented undergraduate to pass, only to lead a pathway to postgraduate, and the gap is so much. And you will be allowed here in the classroom for 1.5 hours, and you are not even attentive for 15 minutes in undergraduate class. Our own undergraduate Jain University students, if I take, 95% of the students are not interested in the classroom. You are also of the same category. Not that you are different from others, because you are a tech world. You have everything under the box, in the box with you all. Good, bad and ugly, everything you know. When you know everything, you are already responsible. You are the owner for yourself. You are the boss for yourself. And this girl made 24,000 profit. And she continued that systematic consistency and discipline. She maintained it for second year. Then she took a recommendation letter and went to some other places, took our Jain name. And today she's net worth is 150 crores, just 28-year-old age, with 2 kids, married in the village areas. They get married very fast. And with from nothing to something, she has given jobs to 650 people. And she has planned to start a free education for 500 girls, picked up a land, 2 acres land, and she said, I'm going to build my 50% of my profit will go to educate so that they don't become deprived of education and their good life of life. And just ordinary girl, nothing to something, and you have mathematics, you have communication, you have business skills, everything. She was just a 12th standard. She did her BCom or BBA correspondence in the evening open distance learning and zero investment. One side, one educated young lady who studied in my own B school, I told her in 10,000 rupees you need a profit. You don't need any money to start your business. And yes, no sir, you have told me that entrepreneurship is very important, so I want to become an entrepreneur. Now one girl is a rural girl, one girl is highly educated in Jain, and I give her 10,000 rupees as a capital. Today her net worth is 2,000 crores. She has given job to 2,000 people. I don't want to name her, just to tell you an example. One boy, BBA, very rich man, one extreme case. Now I'm talking about 3 extreme cases. I have 44,000 entrepreneurs in my list, which I am responsible for them in last 35 years. Personally, I am a school dropout. I did not even go beyond 8th standard. Because I knew it is mugging up, vomiting and forgetting in 13 days. If I ask you the questions in your BScs, your math, whatever you studied, commerce or you studied science or humanities, you may not be able to answer any of the questions what you have passed with 80% marks or 90% marks. Because you just passed it. But it was not even realized that why you did that course. Why did you did that program? You didn't even ask that question. Some of you would have done BC also. But you are all tech savvy people. You know how to navigate your mobile. You know how to navigate your entire apps. You know everything. But when you know everything, then why this B school is required? That question you have to ask yourself. So this extreme case was this rich boy of BBA. Some 15, 18 years before. I am talking about my second batch of BBA. In those days I had common sense. Before that, 14 years before, I had common sense more than that. When I started college, double common sense I had. That boy came with a big fat check of 1.5 crore rupees and told, he was my neighbor also. I said, what are you up to? No, my dad gave me 1.5 crore rupees. I want to start a silver jewelry business. Plus, I got a corporate job of 4.5 lakh rupees also. So I'm confused, what do I do? Do I do a job or do I take up this money from my dad and start my business? Which my father is already doing a silver jewelry business, but I am going to do silver utensils. I am going to create that model, separate pathway I am going to create. You already studied BBA, you have invested 2 lakh rupees in those days, 1.5 lakh rupees. You already spent so much of money. And 4.5 lakh rupees, why do you want that job? When you have entrepreneurship in your mind, without money, start your entrepreneurship. How can I start? What did you study in BBA? So strength, weakness, opportunities, threats, market opportunity. You studied everything, you have communication. No, I cannot do without money. Well, okay, I'll give you one formula. 1 month you just follow my formula and see how it makes a difference to you. What do I do? Very handsome fellow. He could have been an actor also in the film industry, and he had more than 30, 40 girlfriends in those days. And he was confused whom to marry, whom to propose, whom to dispose. So all disposal only, forgettable proposal. In those days also, now you are a tech generation, so you are already grown up. You are not 18, 20, 21 year old. You think like 65 year old. Maybe biologically I am 64, but you think like 64 because you are intellectually capable. You are intelligent. You can do very well and your confidence is there. And everyone would have seen Sayara movie and come here on this opening day today. Not that you have not seen it. Whatever it is. And that is all filmy style. Real Anand Pandey asked him to start his own business on his own. He will not be able to do it. It was a film, he got on a break, he did it. But he worked hard for that. It's not about that. Now this boy, I told him, go to a JC Road mechanical showroom and become a mechanic there. 30 girls are behind me. I got a 4.5 lakh rupees job. My father has given me 1.5 crore rupees. And you, Mr. Jain, as a friend, they used to call me Mr. Jain only, not as a friend. And you tell me to go and do a mechanical job. Nothing, 1 month do your internship. You didn't do your internship in BBA. Those days we didn't have that internship model. They used to come to the classes and 1965 model the teacher used to teach them and that they'll mug up and pass the examination. Even today it is the same story. That's why I told my Pro Vice Chancellor and Dr. Kopa, he's there, he's from a hands-on man. Professor Dinesh is a hands-on person. I told Professor Kopa, what are you going to teach in the classroom? What are you going to talk about marketing and finance when they are already in the stock market, they are already in gambling, they are already in IPL, they already know good, bad and ugly, they already know what is ghosting, they already know what is fandoms, they already know what is orbiting, they already know what is situationship, they already know what is coupling, they already know all this, these all languages they know, you are all outdated. And as professors, you follow the traditional model and they are already ahead of you. And what are you going to give them information? Now that is the only question you have to ask yourself. And this batch should be a model batch in the world where all of you from the day one should, before you leave the B school, you should have 30 lakh rupees in your pocket. and give back to your parents, whatever they have given you that money, and you have to earn that money. Otherwise, no use of your MBA degree. Main brain absent, MBA for me. That's why Dinesh doesn't call me on the opening day, because why do you want to come and confuse them, sir, and you come on the convocation day only? Because whenever I talk, no, after almost 100 students will withdraw from the MBA and go, and they will not even do their MBA. So he was scared of that, but today he took the risk of calling me here. Last 10 batches, so 50, 30, 40 people already withdrawn from MBA after my talk. You don't even require that, main brain absent. And suddenly from undergraduate, I'll come back to that point also. So this boy, I made him a mechanic, sent him to a showroom, and he wore the dirty clothes, jeans of mechanical, and after 1 month he comes and smiles at me and said, I finished my 1 month work, can I go and start my business? No, 2 questions you answer mine. What did you learn there? I learned all the parts of that scooter, kinetic Honda engine, some 30, 40 names he told me. So you know all the names. So what did you learn from that? At least I know how to, if I have a two-wheeler, I know how to manage myself, so I can service it very well and I can do it. Very great. You have done a wonderful job. Now tell me, what did you see in that showroom? Oh, the owner. What is the profit of per vehicle? You are an educated fellow. Answer that question to me. He answered that question. He said, no, that kinetic Honda is somewhere for 22,000, 26,000 rupees in those days. And what is the profit of that person? How many vehicles they sell in a day? I think 10 in a day. So what is the profit? 2,000. So 10 in a day is only 20,000 profit. And 20,000 into, even if 20 days the showroom is open, Sunday's holiday, hardly he'll be earning 2 lakh rupees. What is the rent of that showroom? Office. Oh, no, it's a very prime area, 5 lakh rupees rent will be there. Okay, then 2 lakh rupees profit he has invested more than how much he would have invested? 75 lakhs. Okay, calculate 12% interest, 9 lakh rupees. Then he is not even earning. Then how is he earning the money? Oh, I got the point. Well, what is all this sales and service? After the scooter, so it comes to service to us only. So what do you do there? We cheat the customers. We give duplicate parts and we bill it, overbill 10, 12 times, and he makes a profit of 20 lakh rupees a month here, and that is going to the hidden agenda. Well, then what is the ethics there in that? What is the honesty he had in that? No, there was no honesty. Then how long that business will run? How long he will run on untruth? How long he will run on lies? Somewhere it has to close down. That is what you have learnt in your management BBA school. Yes, that is correct. Some case studies I did. So it may not survive the business. So where is the sustainability? Where is the longevity of that business? Then what do I need to? Yes, I do agree with you. So then how will you manage this ethics in your life? Okay, now another 3 months, do one more experiment. Go to your house. You have how much money in your pocket? He said 300 rupees. Well, go and buy some spare parts. And my own father is having a kinetic Honda, and now tell me, in the whole of the college, I had only one building at that time, Vishweshwaram Basavangudi. Some of you would have studied PUC, maybe doing MBA now also, you would have seen the college. That was the only one building I had with 36 students. I started in 1990. And there was a purpose in me starting that college, not for education. There was a purpose to start that college to only save a girl from committing suicide, which was nowhere connected to me. I started that college. At the age of 14, I was a salesman at 40 rupees. I used to run 11 kilometers from my house and go walking home to save that 40 rupees a month salary so that I can give it to my mother and grandmother. And that 40 rupees was luxury to me. By the age of 28, I had a small business and became a successful businessman and created 1,200 entrepreneurs when I was a small entrepreneur. Not even earning 30, 50,000, 1 lakh rupees a year. And I created 500 entrepreneurs in those days in 1980, 81. And 40 years ahead of the time. I've never even looked at your BCom and BBA books and MBA. Even today I can talk to your professor and tell that in 5 days I can complete your entire curriculum. All the 48 subjects or courses what you are going to study with practical meanings out of it. And still being a school dropout, I can teach your accountancy, I can teach your OB, I can teach your international economics, I can teach international management, I can teach your marketing, all types of marketing and entire fintech from mutual funds to return on investment to stocks, inventories and how it can work, global mergers and acquisition, everything I can teach. I can do it. But then professors are required only to make you all understand the reason so that you can reason it out and come out with better solutions. 3 days I can do it, but they are going to help you out in 2 calendar years. I made the mention 2 calendar years. That means you are not coming to university beyond 180 days a semester and 150 days rupees, but you have paid the fees for 365 days. But you are coming to the campus only for 150 days. I'm leaving the examination and test and all those things, internship, if I leave with the first and second semester, you are hardly, and plus, you have the habit of skipping the classrooms, what you have done in your undergraduate days. You would have skipped your classes, maybe 20, 30, 40%. If you would have not skipped the classes, you are not fit to be the student in that college. So you had to go for a movie, you had to go for a party, you had to go with your friends, you enjoyed the show, but your attendance was not more than 60%. None of you would have given 100% of attendance. If somebody would have given 100% attendance, he was an outcast for the other students. They were never even spoken to he and she, because that was your birthright to skip the college. Because in the school days you didn't have that opportunity, 11th, 12th, maybe you skipped, but in college you skipped, and you did it in only 3 days. So what was the whole purpose behind that? What is the purpose will be for your future? How will you earn your 25 lakh rupees or 50 lakh rupees? Now these questions are very important. So that boy mechanic, I gave him 300 rupees. He brought the service parts and asked him the question, ask in the whole college how many students are having kinetic Honda. He said networking, create that networking and idea. And finally he found 180 people. Now you are educated, you can communicate well. Now give your card and tell them that I am so-and-so colleague of your own place. I am in that situation where I can service your vehicle and I can charge some fees out of it. And finally I made him stand in this house, 150 rupees kinetic Honda service, and he did more than 3,000 scooters he repaired and maintained it with selling the automobile, got married and kept the parts in his bedroom, and finally gave the parts, original parts with 20% margin, managed 3,000 scooters and made a capital of more than 4.5 crore rupees. What his father gave him 1.5 crores rupees. He applied that knowledge. What he studied in BBA, communication, networking, messaging, making them understand, and finally this worked for him like a magic. 4.5 crores rupees, now he started his diamond business, gave up this business to all the automobile people who were working with him as mechanic, made them the owners, and they have some 10, 12 mechanical automobile shops across, and they are always praising this man that if not for him, we would have not become entrepreneurs. Who were already doing some job service at 1,000, 2,000 rupees salary, has got 20 automobile workshop, which he is a mentor for them, and he starts his diamond business and become a successful person. So 3 extreme cases I gave you. I picked up some extreme cases at the age of 16, when I was a salesman for a Reliance Industries company, and I went to the villages and picked up 2 salesmen from each showroom. So idea is required. Common sense. Those days we never had mobile, we never had technology, we never had information, and even you have to send a letter also, postcard, it will take 2 days, 48 hours to reach home. Even if I had to make a call, trunk call, I had to book with the telephone authorities, and next day I am going to be able to talk to USA or maybe in India, any places. And now in mobile you can talk to anywhere across the planet, 208 countries. So you have 208 countries at your disposal. For the optimization of your talent, you have to identify what are you good at, and how are you going to make the world as a thought idea where you become some contributor within that 800 crore population. India has 140 crores. 85 crore people are poor, below the economic empowerment line. And India is now at the 4th level, and tomorrow's empires is the futures of the mind. Mind is an empire, not your wealth, not your capital, not your building assets, not this hall building, not required. Mind, you can sit in a motorbike and still do a business. You can sit in a car and do your business. You can sit at home and do your business. But you should have a plan. You should have an idea. You should apply that knowledge into action. That boy applied that knowledge into action. He made it. That girl was very sincere and she supplied milk and she won the hearts of people, the suppliers, and then she went to Art of Living, she went to Toyota, took our name, took my name, and said, Mr. Jain has sent, and she went and tells the Guruji that you have no choice, you have to give me 4 lakh rupees of order of supplies of milk and spices to your Art of Living, and you have no choice, Guruji. Guruji smiles and gives him 4 lakh rupees order. So that girl can do it. This boy can become a mechanic and make it happen. And this young girl takes 10,000 rupees, can become a 2,000 crores net worth and gives jobs to others. And that girl is ready to start a free school for 500 children. Imagine, your 25 lakh rupees, you are in a techno world with all the possibilities with you. And I picked up 2 salesmen from the showrooms. I said, your boss is already doing a lakh of turnover in a big showroom of 200 salesmen. If 2 drop out, doesn't make any difference to your organization. So you better go 10 kilometers away from that. I'll get you the help of some people who can supply to all of you. But be honest and ethical to make the payment every week. And a kiosk, boutique stores, got it created. 467 entrepreneurs I created in just 1 day. Brought them to the Bangalore, had a conference with them, called my Reliance bosses. I said, now you supply your material and I'll have some more people of different brands to give them. And 467 people became entrepreneur day 1. Out of that, I still remember 30, 40 or beyond 1,000 crores turnover today. So somewhere you have to make a small beginning. And that beginning can be a stepping stone on the first day of your campus. 14 days you are going to have Deeksharambh classes, orientation, bridge courses, which you already are capable of that and you will understand. Even a science student will take 7 days to understand, because there is self-help information is available through YouTube. It is available through Coursera modules we have. So many modules we have for all. LinkedIn we have got for all of you. You can always optimize your potential by planning it. And I made that point, again I'll come back to that point, that you are going to attend only 75 days, 150 days in a whole year, minus the examination and all. 150 days, your presence in your B school will be maximum 6 hours a day or 7 hours a day. And 7 hours, maybe 4 sessions, or maybe 5 sessions. How many? 4 sessions a day? 4 classes a day, 1.5 hours of class. In that 1.5 hours, 10 minutes they are not attentive. Am I right? Another 10 minutes for some so-called stupid attendance. 5 minutes it goes away in attendance. So your actual class is 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Am I right? Provided the 60 students listen to you. Out of that, 10 students are not present in the classroom only because of various reasons. Maybe it's a birthright to skip the classes. 75% attend, so they'll skip in MBA also. So your average attendance in MBA classes is 80% or 75%. They don't attend 100% classes. Now, this question you have to ask yourself, because you are responsible for yourself. You are the owner for yourself. Nobody stops you from coming 100%, and it is up to you to come to 75%, 100%. Better make it 100%, no? You are only 150 days attending the classes in the whole calendar year. The 150 days into 4 hours, if I take 4 sessions, it is not in 4 hours of your classes, interactive sessions. We cannot spoon feed you all of you because you are a postgraduate student, so you will be getting hints. So 1 hour of discussion in the classroom, it's only 4 hours. So 4 hours into 150 days is not even 600 hours you are going to be in the classroom. And you have paid the fees for 8,760 hours. 24 hours a day into 365 days fees you have paid. And you are responsible for 365 days of your own growth of your life. But how will you plan that 365 days? When you are only 600 hours, you are not even utilizing 10% of what you have got of time in the whole calendar year of 365 days. 24 hours, 1440 minutes into 365 days is 8,760 hours. And you are only 600 hours in the classroom. That amounts to 6%, 8%, 9%, 7%, 7 8s are 56, 7 7s are 40. So 600, 7% you are available physically in the classroom. Then what will you do the next 93%? 1/3 I can say, okay, 8 hours you have to sleep, accept it. 10 hours of your personal life, accept it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, parties, activities, fun, friends, social media, 4 hours of your WhatsApp and mobile, which knowingly, unknowingly, 3 to 4 hours you spend on your mobile, which is possible. It may spend, you may have friends, you may have to chat, you may have to talk to your parents, and some of you are from out of station, you have your challenges. So knowingly or unknowingly, 3 to 4 hours you are going to invest on your technology, mobile, or maybe search engine, or maybe Google, not on not relevant things. Whatever it is required, urgent and important, you are going to spend time on that. So you are 10 hours you can take for yourself, but at least 6 hours be serious, and 6 hours for 365 days, not only for 150 days. You are already there 6 hours in the classroom for 150 days. But what about those 215 days? Nobody asked that question. So you are in a general category like any other students across the world, where everybody is utilizing their Saturdays and Sundays. They are using their winter and summer holidays. They are utilizing their national holidays without any purpose, without any plan. So purpose and plan has to be there. There should be one meaning, purpose. There should be a plan also. And that is in your hands. When we were disadvantaged 40, 45 years before, we had a plan. You can do better plan now because everything is available at your fingertips now. So that 6 hours of your planning is equivalent to maybe 2,200 hours in the calendar year. 2,200 hours if you can invest yourself on your professional competency, on your professional capacity building, either career job or either entrepreneurship, whatever may be your plans in life. But if you don't stand for anything now, you'll fall at everything in life in next 10 years. So you have to stand on certain pointers of your life, that I am going to be very strong in finance or HR or maybe a technology or maybe connected to technology. I am going to be in those areas, 2 areas you have to be very strong. You may pass in all the subjects, but then some subjects which will be to your liking. It can be any areas of specialization. You have to become the best in that. And that is an opportunity for you these two years to apply your knowledge into applied action through skilling or through understanding or through doing research and trying to be relevant towards the latest information. And you have to, when you do this exercise, you will be able to foresee the future at least 3-4 years in advance, if not 20-30 years. Common sense, it just works like a magic. But that investment of yours of 6 hours a day, 215 days after your classes, can you invest 2.5 hours or 3 hours for 1.5 hours of general knowledge of current trends happening in the world, and 1.5 hours of what you studied that day, or maybe your plan of next 2 years that I am going to specialize on this. Can you come out as a specialist after 2 years, equivalent to PhD level of knowledge? You need not become PhD, you will not become PhD, I understand, but that will lead you towards PhD over a period of time, which will make you more stronger and more efficient. That's not that you have to become professor, but anybody can do PhD. A lot of corporate people come and do their PhDs today after 10-15 years. So this 2 years is going to be very crucial. Compared to your 3 calendar years, what you did in your college days, you hardly attended 60-70 days a year, 210 days. So that means that 8,760 hours into 3 years, almost 27,000 hours you were not even productively utilized, and you never had the foundation at all. That's why in United States of America and Australia, developed countries of Singapore, they do their MBA at the age of 30-31. They take up a job of 6 to 7 years. But in India, it doesn't happen like that. Nothing wrong in that. But still, you can do wonders, because now that experience you can manage in 2 calendar years with some internship of 40 days or 60 days of going to the corporate. That is possible. But the question to all of you will be that 6 hours, are you going to utilize it genuinely, purposefully, mindfully, with responsibility, with accountability, with ownership, and you are answerable to yourself, and take a resolution to yourself. Nobody, Chain Raj or anybody is going to come to your help, neither your parents, and they will always bless you. The teachers will wish you the well, but then your friends will be there with you all. Nothing wrong having good friends. You should have, you should enjoy your life. It should be a party culture also, nothing wrong in that, but everything in moderation. It can be anything. You have to good, bad and ugly. You know everything. So we don't need to tell you anything. You are already 65 years in intellectual, which I have told you, and it is proven. Scientifically, it is proven that you are capable of 40 years of intellectual information now. It's only thing you have to channelize that. You have to curate it, and you have to put it into action and to put it into practice and see the results for yourself. So you are answerable for yourself, not we. Neither the parents. You are answerable to yourself. So you take the ownership for yourself. At the age of 14, when I can take the ownership for myself, it took 50 years for me to reach here. You can do it in 10 years. What happened in 50 years for me? So you have 40 years of advantage with you all. So this 18 to 28 years is the most crucial pointers of your life, in spite with still not compromising on your fun life. Nothing wrong in that. You can have the 10 hours in a day, 365 days, 3,650 hours, how much you are going to eat, how much movies you are going to see, how much channels you are going to see, 800 channels, Netflix or all Amazon, all you'll scroll through everything, Korean films or seasons, all seasons. Still 10 hours in a day is more than enough for your personal life. But that 6 hours, 2,200 hours, if you invest, that is going to be your intellectual wealth. And dollar is just a byproduct. Your idea is going to create that dollar or a crypto or whatever it is. Tomorrow it is going to be digital currency. There is not going to be any money. This paper will have no meaning. And you are into the age which is the world is moving faster every 7 minutes. The information is doubling. And that is the opportunity, and that is the capacity you all have got, ability to optimize on your potential, on your talent. And you are talented, that's why you are in postgraduate. Don't underestimate yourself. Somebody has 90% marks or somebody is 65, it doesn't make any difference. It is you which makes an impact. You make a difference, it is not the marks. If I wanted, I could have passed all my course and PG I would have done. I was getting 100 out of 100 in all the subjects. Not that I was not a weak student. I wantedly left the school because I wanted to have my purpose of my life. So you ask your question, my purpose was different, your purpose will be different. But then that meaningfulness, relevance is important. Why is that purpose and why that relevance? So your undergraduate days was very weak. Foundation was very weak, but marks was good. But then that marks doesn't hold the foundational questions and answers, reasoning out, and creativity was not there, innovation was not there. Some events you would have won, some competition you would have won, some public speaking skills you would have done, yes, accepted, something you learned. That has not gone in waste. Your undergraduate education has not failed you. But maybe you missed out some good opportunities which you could have optimized 6 hours a day, which you didn't do it. In that, because thinking that college life is a fun, will do it. Nothing wrong. You did it. But some of them, 1 or 2% would have done all the 6 hours would have optimized. They would have been 10 times ahead of you by now. There are students in 7th standard and 6th standard who are doing entrepreneurship here with me. It's not about business. It is your wealth creation should be through your personality and through your thought processes and through the knowledge. So when I told the future umpires is the umpires of the mind. So mind is going to be an umpire, not the ecosystem of the infrastructure, land building. It's not required. Strength, weakness, opportunity, threats, all that will be taught to all of you. That is already there. But what you are going to be different from others is a question you have to ask yourself. And you have only 150 days, and 150 to 300 days will be your presence with us in the years of 2 years, which is going to be available to all of you. If at all you have to cut ice, 2 years from today, you have to pass a resolution, say, I am going to attend all my skill programs, I am going to attend all my training programs for the job creation, where I will not go less than a 40 lakh rupees job or 50 lakh rupees job. I think some of your students are getting 40 plus, 40 lakh, 30 lakhs rupees, maybe some 100 odd students. But what about the other 700, 800 students? Somewhere they are happy with 10 lakh rupees, 12 lakh rupees. That's not a purpose. So 3 things for all of you. How are you going to manage the 25 lakh rupees in 3 years? Will you earn back? Can you make an effort? Can you make an attempt? Can you start planning with your professors? And Professor Koppa, I have told him that you have to work on this line. First statement he made, sir, whatever you are going to speak today, on that lines only we will build our capacity of MBA this year. Though we have a plan, though we have a program, you tell us what to do. Not that what we have scripted already, but my question to Koppa sir was, and Dinesh was that, can these students be grouped into 4 member group like Rudra and how they have found their purpose, and that boy who got 22 lakh rupees of funding? You don't require any money to start business. You just require common sense, your presence of mind and your confidence and your conviction. You will fail, nothing wrong in that. But making an attempt is not a crime. But not making an attempt is a crime. So make an attempt. Have your 10 hours, have your 18 hours. 18 hours is your personal life. Do whatever you want to do it. But in that, if you want to invest 10 hours a day for your professional competition, it is in your hands. I'm just telling the minimum of it of that 6 hours. That to 365 days, 2,200 hours. Imagine 4,400 hours. You already become half genius. You have answers for many questions. Once you complete your 2 years and you become an entrepreneur in a corporate empire, and you will be at the 3rd level job, not entry level job. That itself will take you to the next level, 3 levels higher and competent, and you become a partner there. So that should be your goal, and that should be your plan. The first goal, keep 25 lakh rupees of earning if possible. If you can, I'm sure 50 to 80 students are going to earn back their 25. And some of you are already doing some business before coming here. Some of you are from corporate, some of you are already doing consultancy, some of you are already doing training. It can be a small activity like public speaking, where madam there spoke as a comparer. You go and do some event management 10 and charge them 20,000 rupees for comparing the show. And our students are good at communication. This is what I have seen. In CMS B school, they articulate very well. They speak very well because they present more than 200 times in 2 years, or maybe 100 times they present in the classroom with a group of people. That research is required. So can you come out with one publication of paper? That's Professor Koppa, ensure that if you can create that framework, that 4 students join together with a teacher's help, can they come out with one quality paper for the industry, and which industry you want a job? Before that only you find that industry requirements and start giving them solutions. We have a plan for all of you, where how in that care program, where the students will find, okay, I want to join Britannia. I am going to talk to the Britannia head and said, okay, my 10 students are interested to join Britannia. Now they are going to give you solutions of better business, or maybe better HR policies, or better financial planning or analytics, or maybe the market or new segments. And when you start giving them solutions, the Britannia notices you all. These 2 years, these youngsters have given us some good ideas to us, and they are going to have a think tank and they discuss in their boardroom. And you are the first prospect to join that company. So you are giving solution rather than calling the companies for a job. You are there ready to give them the next growth phase. There you are going to be the part of their growth phase of their journey. So can you create those small snippets, small ideas with the help of professors, and come out with solution for those dream companies which you want to join? And that company only you should join. Why should we bring you companies to you and then you get interviewed, and then you get 4 chances, 5 chances? Not required. Plan from the day one. That is where the planning and organizing your mind is very, very important. At this level, when you got an opportunity, optimize it. Try to make 95% of attendance. Don't give any reasons and excuses, because you are giving excuses to yourself. It may not make any difference to us. But nobody fails in postgraduate. We ensure that you pass the examination. Even first attempt, second attempt, no, there is no failures. We don't want any failures in life. Failures is not by judging by their marks. It is your continuous interest, your good intention, and your projects which will help you to continuous assessment. We have made it 60 to 70% only assessment. Continuous, as you have to earn your points. So passing is not a problem. Passing in your life is very important. Setting the foundation for your next journey of your life is very important. So somewhere one step at a time you have to begin. This boy was never even coming to the class. Jia Jain, no? 1947. He is only going to provide you the food today after this program. He's only, and this boy from nothing to something, only 10% attendance, I made him an entrepreneur. I didn't even allow him to go to Assam. And he started 7 chain of restaurants, given jobs to 1,000 people. More than the money what he earns, he has given jobs to 1,000 people. In that 84% of the people below the poverty line in India, can you be a contributor of 1,000 creators, job creators for yourself directly and indirectly? You would have made India economically better. You need not wait for the government of India and all. I started on my own journey and created 44,000 entrepreneurs. So for that I didn't need any government of India rules and regulation. There was a framework. License, proprietorship or a partnership, there is already legal laws are available there. Yeah, public limited company or private limited company. Private limited, 2 people are minimum, public limited is 50, maybe partnership is maybe limited liability partnership, whether it's proprietorship, you are the single proprietor, and there are all laws were available. So why do you require government of India or corporate to come and tell you, no, no, you learn. You stand up and say that I have the solutions for all of you. So from nothing to something, you already are in something now, something to everything you need to create in your lifetime. And for that, your interest, your intensity of purpose and your willpower, your determination, your resoluteness of your purpose will make the impossible possible. Impossible is I am possible. Impossible is I am possible. So even when you take up that public speaking what I told you, can earn 2 crore rupees a year. This one boy Rahul Kapoor comes and talks goal planning with all of you. He makes 5 crore rupees a year just by repeating the same sessions year after year with the new batches, and he charges 40,000 rupees to me. And when he started, he was nothing. I used to give him 100 rupees 25 years before. Today he has made his name because he was consistent. He didn't give up and he continued his journey and he found passion in that. So that passion and energy is important. Your passion, your drive is important at all levels. At your 10 hours level also you need to have personal life, your energy levels. At the sleep time also you should be calm and clean to get up fresh the next day. And that 6 hours also you have to grow. So it has to balance. I will say 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. 8 hours for personal life, 8 hours for your life, 2,920 hours for your sleep life, 2,920. But you don't sleep for 8 hours. But 8 hours is required. Minimum 7 hours is required. That 1 hour you can save. Again 8 hours, if you can manage your personal life, then 8 plus 1, 9 hours is available with you. So 6 is important for me, but if you add on to that, it's a bonus. You can go up to 8 to 9 hours. Not more than that, not required. 8 hours of planning is more than enough. 6 hours also is more than enough for me. It's excellent for me. That is miraculous. If you manage 9 hours effectively, optimize it 9 hours a day, you are a double genius. And nobody can work hard 18 hours a day, it's all bullshit, it doesn't make any sense. You have to balance your personal and your rest life and also your professional life. So this harmony, you have to bring it to yourself. You don't know the power of your mind. A power of mind is extraordinary. One cell is equivalent to one encyclopedia. It took only 7 days for me to learn communication skill, English, and get a gold medal, where I never used to speak one word of English. I was a Hindi medium student. But then I managed it because I had a passion. I took up the newspaper, picked up all the big words, all serenity, regularity, absence of vanity, sincerity, simplicity, veracity, equanimity, fixity, non-irritability, adaptability, humility, tenacity, integrity, nobility, magnanimity, charity, generosity, purity, promulgating, esoteric, cogitation, articulation, superficial, sentimental, psychology, observation, platitudes, ponderosity. All these words, I mugged up 1,000 words. Then I knew I was a salesman and I got that numbers and I could speak. So it is all the idea which is required. It took hardly a newspaper which costed me 10 paisa. I had to take up the big words from that, write down and get into the dictionary and thesaurus and know their meaning. Mugged up 500 words, I can speak any language. Kannada, it took 3 days for me to talk in Kannada. Tamil, it took only 3 days for me to talk in Tamil. Telugu took only 1 day for me to talk in Telugu. So any language, Spanish and French I have not learned. But it takes only 7 days, 15 days, 20 days, 500 words you have to mug up. You are already educated. So anything, Spanish on your own, you can take up the self-help group and start and talk Spanish and go and train Spanish classes to the students in the schools and colleges at a part-time and you can earn 50,000 rupees a month. So 25 lakh rupees earning is not a big thing, but are you ready to take the responsibility? Learn French in 27 days and do it. Learn artificial intelligence 28 days challenge in 9 rupees and still become a student and go and show the way to the corporate that this is artificial intelligence. You have to use this to save your analytical reports. You create that analytical reports. So are you ready to take that responsibility? Now I think Koppa sir, you note down all the points what I shared with you all, put them from the day one, every 1 month I am ready to come and interact with them for 10-15 minutes. What are they up to? Are they really making any meaning out of it? So whatever the courses you are all teaching them, put them into practice, put them into hands-on, put them into a small project and tell them, okay, within 3 hours, all of you join together, go to that SME, go to that small shop, and what solutions they can provide to them, and they take their consultancy. Your communication skills, you can earn money. By selling small products, you can earn money. It can be millions of products are available. You should find the gap in the market, what is required. That idea is very important. One boy, I just told him that he lost both of his legs. And he was my neighbor, Christian neighbor. His brother was my badminton coach. And he was one of the best Indian players, Prakash Padukone standards in those days. And he was my coach. And his younger brother was known to me. He lost his 2 legs in the car accident. And he came to me to ask for 2,500 rupees. I said, I'll give you, Noel, 2,500 rupees, but what will you do? Again, you are going to come and ask to some other neighbor another 2,500. How long? So both the legs are crippled. I am crippled. What can I do, Jane? I have to only rely on my networking and friends and manage my life like this. Well, no, I'm a carpenter, but I used to earn money 50,000 a month, but I can't do it now. Well, nothing wrong. I can't even lift a hammer. He made that question to me. I can't even lift a hammer. Well, okay, you can lift the ball. You can just take the ball pin in your hands, and that is not in 1/2 a gram. Yes, how many? So you lift that. Okay, take this brown paper. I'll put little water to it. The school paper, what we used to wrap for the children in the classroom in those days. And that brown paper, I'll add little water to it. It becomes wet. I'll add little black powder to it. It becomes dark. I'll crumple it. Now it is crumpled and it is disfigured completely. Now I'll keep it on the wall. Now tell me, Mr. Noel, what do you find there? No, it looks like a raw stone to me to my naked eye. So it is 20 feet difference from the wall. Then you add another 10 papers to it. Then you add some cotton, you add some ball pin to it. And now you cannot lift a hammer, but you can lift this. Jen, it looks a very colorful and a very creative art it has become. Why don't you go and repeat this in your church? 25th Silver Jubilee, 25th Christmas Day. Go and tell your father. I'll take you to the father. We live in our same locality. He'll give you the entrance arch by Santa Claus or whatever it is. You create add creepers, add velvet, add cotton, add some more paper sticking and make this paper and make this a beautiful arch and charge them 5,000 rupees. Your investment is 500 rupees if you buy those papers. Mr. Jain, that's a good idea. So I went and we introduced ourselves to the father. Father said, instead of that flower decoration, we'll do this time paper decoration. 5,000 he got, 4,500 was his profit. Got him event management, marriage, events, functions, commercial programs, and he did gangways, he did pathways, he did waterfalls through the paper, he brought plastics, everything, and made more than 150 crore rupees in just 7 years. 8 years, 10 years he made it. And his 2 daughters, well settled, and he is my age today now. He is having a farm of 100 acres in Inaugural and doing very well in life. So it is all about your willingness. Though you are crippled, but you are not crippled. You have got an ecosystem, you have got a good campus, you have got a good auditorium here to sit down, you got a wonderful parents who have supported you, wonderful people as a student, definitely you are wonderful people. You may have your pranks, you may have your ideas, nothing wrong in that. Explorative is nothing wrong in that. But then you should have that responsibility with fun. So can you do that? Can you become more extra responsible than the other students of the universities of the country or the world? And can you step out after 2 years and say that I am proud of myself, what I have done, my professors have supported me, this platform has supported me, and we have did it. So 99% is your achievement, 1% is our support. Can you take that support and earn your 25 lakh rupees? That was the first thing I asked, the first question in my first statement, and the final statement will be that only, that will you make your 25 lakh rupees available in 2 years with your own common sense, with your own presence of mind? It can be anything. It can be anything. I just gave you some examples, but you can do anything. You can also, 2,000 students, you can look at the requirement of some 4 students can say, what is your requirement? Okay, you buy 2 belts a year, or maybe you have some gadgets, or maybe you require 1 mobile a year. So, okay, we'll provide you that facility, and you can do the sourcing and find out the best rates and give them. I asked 3 boys from engineering college students, this is the t-shirt what I'm wearing, is brought by these boys. I always wanted my full, I believe in full sleeves. So this particular brand what I buy, Armani ya Boss, which I buy this brand, is available only in half sleeves. I wanted full sleeves, and these 2 boys and 2 girls made the research all over the world, technology. They created and they found the stocks across the world and they got it couriered and they brought me 36 t-shirts in last 2 years, and the cost will be, and also lesser cost than the showroom price. At 12,000 rupees they give me. When if I go and buy it, I have to charge me 30,000 rupees. 12,000 they got, and still they got a profit of 100%. So maybe that winter and summer sales, they use their common sense. For me, whether it is 1 year old or 2 year, I need a full sleeves, I need a good quality, that's all. Even if maybe the season will be the summer season, 25 summer season, winter season, still that stocks, somewhere that stocks were lying idle across the world. They sourced it through technology and they have made almost 36 t-shirts, and they sold more than 5,000 t-shirts to all the other people whom they found in colleges or maybe outside the colleges, family and friends, relatives, and they made a business of 2 crore rupees and made 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs profit, and they earned their own fees of engineering college. Just because I showed them a pathway, I need, get me full t-shirt. Yes sir, we'll do it. And that gave them the idea of birth of creating business opportunity like me. Many people would like to have the brand. Many people would like to have t-shirt. So when you do a research, the product what you are going to sell, goods and services, is available at 100 rupees, but that is selling at 1200 rupees, 12x rate because of the branding, merchandising, because of the expenditure, general manager, sales, consumerism. That's why the profit, if that can go directly to the person from, if you can source it, that 100 rupees, you can do it at 200 rupees, still it is 80% cheaper than the market rate. Now that should be the, when you study marketing, you should learn all these things. So you find an opportunity first money to earn 25 lakh rupees or even 5 lakh rupees in 2 years. That will give you a lot of confidence in life. And every student going out of this university should either become an entrepreneur or get into the third level of job, or not less than 45 lakh rupees. And I put my entire placement team and Koppa sir and his entire team and Dinesh and team that talk to every student and profile them. These 14 days, understand them, what are they capable of, and divide into groups. Which group will suit them? And you have 112 professors, 100 coming from outside the institution, from the corporate sector. 250 people will be exposed to all of you in 2 calendar years. Imagine, you can learn from everybody. 2 points you can learn, and 2 points from 250 people, 500 points you have got with you. You filter it, you have got 10 good ideas out of it. And that idea you will create. It may look simple, but then you have to work towards it, and you may find an answer. If not this, plan A, B, C, D. I always keep 15 plans with me. So you should plan yourself. Your time effectively you have to plan. Your personal life you have to effectively plan and utilize your capacity and common sense. For this I'll conclude with 10 words. That's more than enough for all of you. So now you ensure that you are responsible for yourself. You have succeeded. You're already passing. You already got a job. Imagine you already got a business ideas. But now put it into action. So you are already qualified for your 2 years MBA. So it is automatic that you are going to pass. It is understood that you are going to come to the classes, 90%. It is understood, it is accepted. But in that, action is more important for me. Can you do that? Is the question I have for all of you. Please do that. So repeat with me 10 words. That's more than enough to become successful in life. I am talented. At least have energy, yaar. I have more energy than you. I didn't even have breakfast. I didn't even have dinner. I didn't even have lunch yesterday. Still I am fasting and I am yet to break my fast now after. And still I am energetic and I am 3 times your age. And still you don't have energy sitting in an air-conditioned auditorium in a cushion chair, first class with a leather cushion chair. And still you have no energy. I am talented. Let this voice go to the B school, Sheshadri Road, no? From here, some people are sitting there, administrators. Let them listen your voice that you are arriving there, you already arrived. I am talented. Little more. I am talented. I will not give up. I shall dream. I will come out with ideas. I understand the power of networking. I will remain focused. My self-discipline. 6 hours. Professional competency. 10 hours. Fun. Personal life. 8 hours. Rest life. I will not complicate. I'll keep it simple. I'm already successful. Talent, I not give up, dream, idea, networking, focus, self-discipline. I'll not complicate, keep it simple. I'm successful. These are the only 10 words you require to succeed in life. Take this as a life mantra. This book is coming out, my book on these 10 words. I'm writing series of books. January will be the first release. That I'll give it to all of you, complimentary copy. You'll get all the mantras in that, how to succeed in life. And these 10 words, you are talented. That's why you're here. You didn't give up. That's why you reached MBA. You worked hard, or whatever, you worked smarter or worked hard. You passed 60, 70. If you would have come to B school in Jain, I'm sure they have selected the best students. You're among the best which has been selected. So you didn't give up. That's why you're here. You had a dream to do MBA, you have achieved it now. You had an idea, so somewhere you worked out some courses, which idea, science or commerce, you had an idea. You had networking with your friends, parents and well-wishers, you reached here. You were focused to some extent, whatever percentage, and you would have had self-discipline. Many things you would have not complicated, that's why you are here. So you already achieved these 10 words, only thing make it little better, bigger and more responsible and more accountable for all of you in the years to come. That's all I would like to connect with you all today. Already 45 minutes I spoke to all of you. I didn't even make a beginning, I didn't even warm up, but I'll conclude here with these 10 words. Repeat again: talent, not giving up, dream, idea, networking, focus, self-discipline, complication, no complication, simple, and what is number 3? What is number 3? Dream. What is number 10? Success. Number 1? Number 1? So these are the 10 words, and that to conclude that, we use only 1/10 of our mind in our original thought and work. If you harness your potential, you will be amazed at your own results and your own personality. So you are an extremely talented person. Number 2, if you persevere hard, push on and hang on long enough, you will wear down the opposition. Opposition is yourself. Can't do it, difficult, impossible, this all. So I will not give up. Number 3, I'll decide, I'll reach out for my dreams. They are closer than I think. So it is not very far off. Number 4, come out with ideas which fulfill the needs of the society. The more you do good to the others, you will end up doing good to yourself. The more the people gain, you automatically stand to gain. So money is a byproduct. Number 4 is that. I alone cannot accomplish. Number 5, I cannot alone accomplish by myself. And I need the assistance of the divine. I need the assistance of my parents, my teachers, books, animate or inanimate objects, or maybe even a vehicle, or maybe mobile. Without assistance, I cannot come up in life. So I understand the power of networking. Number 5, if I want to achieve success, it requires considerable efforts and no unnecessary distraction. So I'll remain focused in my life. Now, number 7, if I'll conduct my affairs as if I expect tomorrow to be my last day. I'll start my life neat, clean and uncluttered the next day. Number 7, self-discipline. Number 8, we unnecessarily complicate things and get confused. So better we need not complicate things in our life. Number 8. Number 9, if I keep it simple, life is very simple. We only unnecessarily complicate. It complements each other. It's complicated and simple. With a lot of research, I came out with these 2 words, though it is very simple words, which you would have learnt in 2nd standard also. But it makes a lot of meaning out of it. So law of attraction, the law of cause and effect is very powerful. The law of self-belief, the law of subconscious mind, the law of the future subconscious mind. It works like a magic. So I keep it simple, and I am automatically successful in my life. So keep those 10 words in mind. And go out of this day today with a lot of energy and keep that consistency alive for next 70 to 80 years. Never give up in whatever you have decided. You are going to fall down thousands of times, but every time you get up, you will emerge as stronger. So that practice will make you perfect. Few people make things happen. Many see things happening. Majority don't know what is happening. Rest don't care what is happening. So belong into the category of making things happen. You can make India extraordinary. 6,72,000 villages, 84 crore people who are below the poverty line. You can give jobs, or you can create ecosystem for them. For at least 10 crore people, you can make a difference. One person can do magic. So you are 1,000 people, you can do extraordinary magic. So you need to be Chandragupta for your life. You need to be Chanakya for yourself also. But with a lot of meaning, lot of mindfulness, with a lot of respect, with a lot of command and ethics, honesty and integrity, you are bound to succeed. No power on the earth can stop you from succeeding. You have already succeeded, it is already there. It's the only thing you have to navigate that pathway and reach that journey of success in life. So all the best, have a great time, a great future. All the best.
So those 10 words are mantras not only to you, but also to all of us. And we really go by that. I do. I remember his 10 words every time. Wasn't it very energizing, sir? Thank you so much every time for nudging us a little more to perform better. Our chairman has got this enormous amount of energy that he brings to the entire university, and it simplifies complex things and makes our life easy, provided you have understood the meaning of these 10 words. I'm sure many of us will take it forward. From the morning, Dear friends, we have heard the Leadership Council speak to all of you, and that should make a difference to you. This is your first day, and if you can imbibe the meaning, the gist, the summary of what the leadership has been talking about, I think, as Sir put it, you are already successful. You are in that quadrant that can take you forward. So, from now, I will hand over the mic for the next proceedings to my colleague, Aishwarya, and she will take it forward for you. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. On this beautiful day of inauguration, I extend my warm welcome to all the fresh faces joining us today for the start of an exciting journey at Jain Deemed to be University, Faculty of Management Studies, CMS Business School. As the inaugural day progresses with great energy, let us take a moment to reconnect with our roots through the timeless expressions of dance and music. Dance and music are inbuilt into the Indian ethos. As we continue to progress technologically, it is equally important to remain connected to our heritage. As a tribute to this rich heritage, our very own talented students, Deepak, Shriya, Danya, Dipanchana, Mritula, Sanskriti, Avantika, and Ashwini have come together to celebrate it through the language of rhythm and movement. Team Varna presenting to you Swagatam Krishna.
Takatari kukuntana kita takadim. Takatari kukuntana kita takadim. Takatari kukuntana kita takadim. Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Madhura Puri Sadana, Mriduvadana, Madhusudana, Iha Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Madhura Puri Sadana, Mriduvadana, Madhusudana, Iha Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Madhura Puri Sadana, Mriduvadana, Madhusudana, Iha Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Bhogadapta sulabha supushpagandha kalava. Bhogadapta sulabha supushpagandha kalava. Kasturi tilaka mahima mama kantananda gopagandha. Swagatam Krishna. मुष्टिकासुरचानूर मल्ल मल्ल विशारद मधुसूदना. मुष्टिकासुरचानूर मल्ल मल्ल विशारद कुवलय पीठ वर्धन कलिंग नर्तन गोकुल रक्षण सकल सुलक्षण देव वर्धन कलिंग नर्तन गोकुल रक्षण सकल सुलक्षण देव शिष्ट जन पाल संकल्प कल्प कल्प शतकोटि असम पराभव वीर मुनि जन विहार मदन सुकुमार Krishna.
What an absolutely captivating performance. Can we have another round of applause for these amazingly talented performers? Thank you, everyone. Let's now move on from the cultural roots to academic roots. To give us a detailed understanding of the business school, I am honored to invite Dr. Krishna Koppa, Deputy Director of CMS Business School and Head of Department of Management Studies, Jain deemed to be University. He is a result-driven leader with 27 years of experience in higher education and corporate world. For 16 years, prior to entering the corporate world, he worked at senior management positions in telecom, consumer electronics, and durable industries with brands like Tata, Whirlpool, Godrej, and Reliance. Dr. Krishna excels in strategic planning, institution development, program and curriculum innovation, faculty and learner mentorship. His research focuses on the domains at the intersection of marketing and emerging technologies, aiming to generate actionable insights. He is dedicated to fostering industry-academia collaborations and contributing to scholarly discourse. Sir, the stage is yours.